So we have a young man. We've had him on the station before in a different show, but now he's on Breakthrough for the very first time. Please welcome Zach de Lima. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
All right. So you have a new release out.
Yes.
Tell us about it.
The song is called It's Christmas Time. I wrote it about 4 or 5 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I only just started to work on it with my cousin Mate Manmohan. And we put in a lot of work. I gathered the musicians, you know. I had those tracks recorded for a long time, but I only felt comfortable with it this year for this Christmas. Okay. And what happens to me is usually when I'm working on something, I tend to wait too late. So like I get into the Christmas spirit in December and be like, oh no, I should put a Christmas song out.
Okay.
Yeah, but by the time you get it out, it'll be like December the 22nd or something. Like the season is half over or mostly over.
Yeah, and I find that that's something that tends to happen to me a lot. So I'm trying to work on that and be prepared.
Okay.
So I'm working on Christmas songs for next year from now.
Okay. Well, in the spirit from now.
Yeah.
So you know.
So I mean, you said it took 4 years, and you were sitting on the music tracks and the vocal tracks, I assume, for a while before you released anything. One of the things that I have to ask, because this is one of those, it's like just one of those like paradoxes, you know, physics has paradoxes and logic has paradoxes and philosophy. Music has the great Christmas paradox of Christmas songs, no pun intended, breaking through. Right, because there's a lot of traditional Christmas songs, but it's not like you have like 10 new Christmas songs that are popular every year from around the world, right? And here you come now, like you're like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try to crack one of the hardest nuts to crack in all of music. I'm gonna put out Christmas music. Is that one of the reasons why you kind of sat on it for so long?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that's definitely one of the reasons, but I'm also a perfectionist, and I think most musicians and songwriters are. Artistic people tend to be perfectionists and hold things back, and I think that's not a good thing because you never know when something may happen. You know, it's good to get your music out there. And
I mean, case in point, you know Rosé's new song APT with Bruno Mars?
Yeah, for sure.
So the story on that was she doubted the song based on a drinking game. She just didn't necessarily want to release it. And then when she got a chance to work with Bruno Mars, she was like, oh, he responded. For whatever reason, she sent that as one of the songs, and that's the one he picked. Wow. And now he just had an Instagram post saying, you know, Rosé just he didn't say messed around, but messed around, and all of a sudden I'm a Korean pop star with a Mama Award, right?
Wow.
So it was a song that she herself didn't necessarily have ultimate, like, total faith in.
Yeah.
So is that one of the case fit?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. But, you know, I thought that, you know, most people should like this song, I hope. And it has a very vibrant feel, and it puts you into the Christmas spirit. Speaking of that, this morning I just went by Source Doubles and did a TikTok with them because I'm doing this thing where I'm going by different people and doing TikToks.
With the track, with the music?
Yeah, with the music. Yeah. Because the main line of the song is everybody come and gather around. So that's the message I'm trying to portray.
when I did hear it, it did remind me of a time.
Okay.
Where not a specific moment, but it did remind me of an era of music when I was younger, and it has that sort of really jolly sort of.
Is it like a nostalgic feel you get from it?
Yes, I do get a bit of a nostalgia. It reminds
like
me of
old
music.
90s.
Yeah, something like that. Just playing on the radio all of the time and you're hearing, and it's like this is a new release, but it's like I felt this before.
Right.
But I think what you've done with it is really, really great, and the fact that I can have that feeling with it, I think you sort of accomplished what you were going for.
Thank you so much.
That's one of the weird things, like a Christmas song. It has very specific things you have to hit, so it kind of prevents you from I'm gonna break expectations with this new Christmas song that they'll never say. It's like, no, it has to feel like Christmas. It has to have a significant amount of nostalgia that's going to kind of keep you in a box.
Now, you said it's some years old, so if you could go back, like, what was the process or the thinking behind creating this 3-4 years ago?
Well, I got inspired by Christmas music and watching Christmas movies, and I thought, you know, it would be really good for me to have a Christmas song. I have a Christmas song that I released in 2021 as well, but it's a slower song.
Yeah.
But I wanted something a little bit more up-tempo that, you know, it can make people dance.
Right.
So I sat down in my home studio and just decided, you know, let me write something very simple and catchy, straight to the point, you know, don't sugarcoat it. And yeah, just make it very simple and fun.
Right.
And even back then, I made it on my iPad with GarageBand. I just had the idea there. And I sent it to my cousin Mate, and he was like, let's work with this. And then we never got to work on it. And, you know, things happen in life, and he got busy, I got busy doing things, the pandemic, everything like that.
Yeah, pandemic, yeah.
And then, so I had the basic structure of what I wanted to accomplish. So I reached out to different people like Sarah Sukran, Joshua Regrello to play the pan, Dexter Banfield with the drums. I did some guitars, I did the keys. And then, you know, I just said to myself, let me get this out there. It's time. It's time. It feels right. And I went by Mate's studio and we recorded it. I think it was early last month.
And what has the feedback been?
Fantastic. It's probably the best feedback I've ever gotten from any song. And I have performances lined up already, and I performed last night as well at Cafe Blue.
I guess it's something about having a new Christmas song, because that's one of the things about Christmas is like, where are all the new Christmas songs?
That's not Soca Parang.
Right.
Or Mariah Carey.
Right.
Like, how many times are we gonna like, all I want for Christmas is you?
So
exactly.
So you shot a video for it, and we're gonna end with that so that people can get a chance to see it. But what was that process like? Because in terms of
not your face video.
Yeah. So what was that process like, and what was the concept behind that? Because the first line is people were gathered around.
You had, from the clip on social media, you had a lot of people. I'll say that. This does not look like a bare bones video.
So how was that?
Well, I'll tell you, we had to change the location of the video because I wanted to do it outdoors by the foreshore with the sea in the background. I just had that vision, you know. And because of all the rain, I had to switch locations. Very last minute.
We just had a shoot this weekend, same
Serious?
thing. Yeah.
So, I mean, and then people were pulling out like the day before and the day of.
Wow.
But then
so stressful.
It just seemed like a Christmas miracle, you know, because people just started to like gather around. Like that's really what I wanted, and it you know, I have to say thanks to my uncle because he let us use his building. So thanks to Uncle Jared for that. And we shot the video in a lovely area. We set it up nicely. I just want to thank my mom as well, Jennifer, my girlfriend Bridget. Shot by my friend Obiora Smith. He's a very good videographer and editor. You may know him as well. And directed by Isaiah Rose, and it's just phenomenal.
Great. It's great. So I will be playing this song while I am cleaning my house for Christmas. It's definitely one for the stereo.
I actually think you could play around with the live performance and add more to it, because that's the thing. It's a good bass that's catchy, and you know, you get some musicians jamming, and it's in theme with everybody gather around. What else could we add to this? And this is something that you could probably run with in a live performance, not just this year, but every year.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Reinvent it. You know, each year.
The same way that Mariah Carey has a song every year, I want my song to be every year.
But she doesn't reinvent it though.
The live performances, yes, she does. Okay, she leans into the memes a little bit. But anyway,
it's to the memes. I'm not asking you to be a meme, right? Let her be the meme.
But I really like the song. Congratulations, it's really good.
Thank you so much.